Welcome to Generational Talent. It is episode 4, but our last week's episode was a bit of a cluster. For those of you who follow along with the show, you heard the 6-minute episode that we dropped while on a cruise ship. I was heavily intoxicated. I talked a lot of trash about the Cardinals since we had sat down on this cruise ship watching the Cardinals Seahawks play, and thank God everything paid off and I didn't look too stupid.
Got a little nervous there.
Yeah, no, I felt great through the first half of that game, and then the Seahawks decided to make all of its audience just really earn it.
Yeah, right. But we got the win. Yeah, got the win.
Yes. So, all in all, it was a good week 4. We do apologize that we didn't really do a full rundown of week 3, but again, we were on a cruise and we were having a good time. There was no need to ruin that. But man, whole lot of football happened in week 4. So real quick, let's break down the Generational Talent top 10 before we go into these games a little bit more in depth. So
let's do it.
Number 10, sorry. And this is our biggest takeaways, Generational Talent. Top 10 takeaways, I think, is what I'm going to go with.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
We've got the Seahawks thumping the Cardinals closely.
Yeah, I don't know about thumping. For 3 quarters, yes.
And, that was a game where, you watch the fourth quarter and no matter which team loses, the kickers are to blame, right? Because obviously our guy had missed his big kick at first, and had we gone on to loss, people would have definitely blamed our kicker for that. But then the Cardinals kicker went ahead and missed the landing zone for their kickoff.
Giving it to us at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, when you give it to us at the 40, it allowed our guy to go ahead and redeem himself, which he did, and gave us that W. A close W against the Cardinals, but a W nonetheless. And the Cardinals have really had a hard time against divisional opponents in their entire existence.
But that's 9 in a row for the Hawks on them.
Yeah, and I think they themselves have only ever won. I don't know if it must be probably from like a 2000s onward, but they've only won 8 games against divisional opponents, I think, since the 2000s.
Yeah, they have a hard time with it, and those are the games you got to win. So I'm glad we did, and we got a 3-way tie now for first.
Indeed. And so with that being the case, we're going to jump right into the Generational Talent Top 10, number 9. The Packers. I'm going to go ahead and say that they are not looking like Super Bowl contenders anymore. We were nervous week 3. They had a very close loss to the Browns, but a loss nonetheless. And then we saw the other game, which we'll go into a little bit more, the game itself for number 3 on my list. But the Packers themselves kind of falling apart defensively, it's looking like.
Well, they sure didn't do much, dropping 40 points again with the Dallas Cowboys on you. It's like, how do you give up 40 to that team? I don't know. Yeah, I think there's some loopholes there. You and our guy, Nevada Wolfpack guy, Romeo Dobbs, 2 TDs. He's having a pretty decent start. But yeah, their defense was definitely suspect. 40 points offensively, you're fine. But oh my goodness, what are you giving up that many points for?
Yeah.
And no CeeDee Lamb either.
No. Number 9, Geno looking washed over there in Las Vegas. What was struggling. He? Three interceptions on last night's game, I believe.
3 interceptions
on Sunday's game.
Yeah, 3 interceptions, and I think he's got to lead the league in interceptions
at this point. Yeah.
And then, but I love Geno, but he is struggling. I don't know if it's just he's not fitting in well. I'll tell you, the bright spot they did have was Genty. At least Genty scored 3 touchdowns. So what they should be doing, and that would be typical Pete Carroll football, feed that kid. Yeah. Feed him the ball, and then hopefully don't rely on Geno's arm. Right now, 4 games in, Seahawks might be looking pretty smart with their moves because Sam Darnold's definitely outplaying him.
Yeah, no, and that brings me right on to number 7 here. Ashton Genty, receiving yards much better than rushing yards. I think the Raiders finally figured it out. Throw the kid the ball. He's not getting through their line, but if he can get outside of the line, he can get the yardage.
Right. I think the same thing. I think that's where he's dangerous. And I think you're spot on. I think the line there's the trouble. That's why, obviously Geno's struggling too. They're under pressure the whole time. That offensive line's terrible. So get that kid out in the open and let him see what he can do.
This one, just feeling a lot of vindication here. Number, 5, 6. The Bengals are toast. If you're a Bengals fan, give it up. You're done. Jake Browning, not your guy. That's the wrong JB. You needed Joe Burrow. But unfortunately, when you have such a dumb organization as the Bengals that do not know how to spend money properly and think that 3 offensive players is going to cut it and then barely getting Trey Hendrickson signed on for 1 year, yeah, this is what happens. Defense is just as important as offense. I would say more so.
So here's what I would do. They're only 2-2, so they're not like officially done. They are with this team, but I would say this. Time to make a move. You need to go and get, in my opinion, you need to go get Cousins. You need to get him. At least he gives you a fighting chance. You're 2-2. If that guy can just, keep you at, 50% or close, you would be in the running for things. You go too much longer, you're going to be digging a hole.
Yeah. Number 5, we've got Tyreek Hill's injury. Holy
Gross.
cow. Talk about a, just dismantling of that man's
Gross.
leg.
Yeah.
Some would say it's karma for everything Tyreek Hill's done. I'm one of those some people. But all in all, the Dolphins' chances just took a huge hit. However, they did come away with a victory against a winless Giants team. Jets team, sorry. That being said, though, holy cow, what an injury. I believe they released all the details today. It was like torn ACL, torn this, torn that. I mean, he's done for their season, and I would almost guarantee he's done playing for the Dolphins in general. He already wanted out.
Finished.
There was already so much drama. At this point, cut the guy. I'd be curious to see who picks him up after a big injury like that, and because of his age and drama.
I think he's got a lot of pieces that come into play there. So I don't know. His leg was destroyed. I watched it in real life. It's gross.
Yeah. Nope. Darren Waller looked great because of that. Yep. Obviously got a little bit more touches.
Yep. Got a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 tutties there.
Yep. He's had an interesting career in the NFL. And don't forget, we have another injury out there too, not just Hill.
And I don't have him on here, so we can talk about that now. Malik Neighbors.
Yep, Neighbors, and that's too bad. On a team that looked like it got a spark with old Jackson Dart. I mean, you beat the Chargers. That was impressive.
Yes.
I didn't think that was going to happen. The kid didn't throw up great numbers, but he did enough to win. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, without
better
Neighbors.
than Russ. And that's all you had to do, really.
Right. So now with Neighbors gone, I think they still have weapons there.
They got
the Robinson. They got a couple guys. We'll have to
Wandale.
see. I do love their running back though. That Scatterborough, he's
I love
cool
him too. I got him in one of my leagues. So
yeah, he's a tank.
Number 4, the most devastating news. I apologize to everybody out there for what I'm about to tell you. If you didn't see it, the Colts lost, and it was the saddest thing I've ever seen because Daniel Jones played his heart out. There was that one touchdown pass to. Oh, I'm spacing the name. That got dropped right before the goal line.
Oh, the kid. How many times have you seen that too?
Where they drop it right before.
Well, and he was trying to showboat or whatever before he went in there, and he fumbled the ball through the end zone, and that's that.
And it cost them because that's all it would have taken was that touchdown, and you're in a different ball game.
When you're playing the Rams, the Rams are really playing some good football right now. They're the ones that are tough in our division, in my mind.
Yeah. Sorry, Daniel Jones, that your guy screwed you over. You're still my MVP. I love you. Number 3, we talked about it a little bit before, but the tie game on Sunday Night Football. Talk about a whole lot of good football for absolutely no results at the end.
I hate ties.
I hate ties. Ties should not be allowed in the NFL. They are such a sissy, stupid thing to do. I mean, give us a dub. Make it go into deeper overtimes.
The interesting thing is they've only had 8 ties in the last 8 years. So they only get about 1 a year. So at least we don't have to deal with it a lot. But yeah, especially if you're East Coast people, you stay up all the way to like midnight to finish watching that game and it ends in a tie. It would have been the same if you just went to bed at, hours earlier. But yeah, and I don't know. That game was entertaining from a standpoint of offense, but neither team has squat for D. That was terrible. Mm-hmm. No pressure.
This one's just a personal one for my number 2. For those of you that were watching the Steelers game in the fourth quarter, the Steelers decided to do a tush push. And if you were paying close attention, Aaron Rodgers just stood behind everybody and did not move for the entire tush push.
He just kind of went.
Yep, he just put his fingers up to indicate the first down. It was the biggest aura farming moment I've ever seen for Aaron Rodgers, and honestly, I kind of loved it. But so funny Aaron Rodgers tush push.
That was the best he's looked in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, his first game he looked really good against Fields. It's just that shouldn't have been an opponent as strong as it was.
Yeah, no, they won in Ireland, of course. That's where that game was.
And then just for number 1, only because it's seeming to be the norm for them, Eagles blocking a punt for a touchdown. Their special teams is killing it this year.
Yeah, they're good again.
They are making blocked punts, blocked field goals. They are making that look like the norm, and it's not. So just wanted to give a shout out. Holy cow, the Eagles look just dangerous, which is to be expected. Super Bowl contenders, which surprised me. I really thought they were not going to be able to have a good season. I thought we were going to see a huge Super Bowl slump, and I have been wrong.
They're doing good, but I will say this: like Saquon's doing okay. He's definitely not having. He's not having his year that he's. So they're still winning.
Henry.
Yeah, neither's Derrick Henry. No, that whole team, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's on the opposite end of the spectrum. We're 1/4 of the way through the year, 12, 6, maybe 20% through the year. You've got 3 0-4 teams, okay? 3 0-4. You got the Jets, you got Tennessee, and you got New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Okay, which one of those 3 0-4 teams is the worst of the 3? Jets, Tennessee, New Orleans.
I got to say Tennessee, honestly. I mean, the Jets have had good moments, and again, they've had really close games. Same thing with the Saints. The Saints have had really good moments and some close games.
Actually held tight with the Bills for a while there.
Whereas the Titans have not yet looked competitive.
Yeah.
At all.
Here's what I don't like about that. I would agree, but I have here's my reason on that. I think Cam Ward's going to be good, but he just, on that press conference they just had over the weekend after the loss, he was like, everybody needs to play better. The offensive line, blah, blah. He went through all this stuff, didn't say anything about quarterback play. And I'm sitting there going, wouldn't you come in that same category there, stud? Because you're not winning. And, I think the only bright spot they have, and I wouldn't say he's doing great, but he's probably one of the few talented ones on there, is Pollard. Just feed him, at least give him the ball. He can run. Because I'm with you. New Orleans at least still has, they still have their Kamara, and he's doing good. He's rushing the ball, and he's doing okay. And they did play competitive with the Bills, and you're right, the Jets have played everybody competitive. They just can't pull off a win.
No. And I it's hard with the Jets because, again, the weapons on both offense and defense are there. We said it when it was Aaron Rodgers in there for 2 years. I don't understand why they can't get something going because there's so much power and talent on that team. There is no reason they should look as bad as they do. And, obviously, people would assume it comes down to a quarterback, and I can't necessarily deny that because I don't know what else they can do.
Right.
But,
right.
It's not like Aaron Rodgers is a bad quarterback. He's looking great with the Steelers, so how come he couldn't get it done when he was in them with the one healthy year he had? But, yeah, it's an interesting franchise, the Jets, where quarterbacks go to die.
I got another interesting franchise for you. What do you think about Jacksonville Jaguars? 3-1 and just beat the Niners.
The Jags, they're one where I didn't know what the problem was with them for the last couple of years. Because, again, T-Law, although I don't think he's the generational talent everybody seems to think he was, he's not bad either. He's not a bad QB. Weapons-wise, they didn't have a ton. They had Christian Kirk for a while, Etienne. It's hard to know what the problem is with the Jaguars. But a big change in coaching staff seems to have done wonders for him.
He's a young one. They had an altercation too, him and that Saleh. I heard it was about sign stealing is what they were accusing him of. And, who knows, you never know. But I would say this, Jacksonville, I'm with you. I'm not sure. I know Trevor Lawrence has to start, living up to his billing in terms of winning games. You got to win 10, 11 games every year now, bro. So Etienne's playing all right. They've got some, they kind of got committee scenarios. Travis Hunter that was his best game offensively yet in terms of this season and, the dual threat that he appears to be. So I like his attitude. I definitely think that kid's got a great attitude. So we'll see how Jacksonville continues to do, but they're one of the surprises. Them and the Colts are definitely two surprising teams that I didn't see having this kind of a year.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree more. The other one that just surprises the heck out of me is the Texans. The Texans being as bad as they are, CJ Stroud just sleeping through games. That is a weird one because they were huge contenders 2 years ago. Last year, we assumed it was a little bit of a sophomore slump. The weapons have been injured. And this year, nothing. I mean, and I don't know. Nico's healthy.
They won.
Get it.
They did win, but they didn't look great. But I'll tell you another one that's in that category with them: Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
Now, different reasons. Baltimore is destroyed by injuries. I mean, decimated with injuries all over, especially on the line. And then there's talk that Lamar might be having a tender hamstring.
Yeah.
So, of course he goes. That team's finished. But I will say this, boy, the Ravens, what are they, 1-3? Who would have predicted that? 1-3. They're just falling down on their face. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because you got weapons, but, right now you have no offensive line whatsoever, which is why Henry's having a hard time too.
Yeah, no, for the top two running backs of last year, they've definitely, you can't say fallen off, but they definitely have not produced as much as they should be. And obviously I'm talking Saquon and Derrick Henry. But it has led the way for, the running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson to look really good. I'll tell you that Quinshawn Judkins for the Browns, what a stud he is. Good pick up there.
There's some young the one that did well was that on Houston, he carried the ball quite a bit. Wills. Oh yeah, running back. He did really good too. So there's some young running backs out there. Got to keep an eye on.
And then another one who had a great game, did not see it coming. J.K. Dobbins looked great for the Broncos the other day.
Broke 30 straight games Denver had without a running back get 100 yards, and he finly got one. And he looked good.
Looked good. He looked tough.
Well, same with the other kid.
Contact.
The other kid too that they got on that team. The other running back. I'm drawing a blank. He had a great game too. In terms of, and he's a rookie. So I don't know. I think Denver is coming along. Their defense is definitely playing good football. Last night, they destroyed Cincinnati.
And, obviously that's a victory that should be handy. You've got a very messed up Bengals team, to say the least. But, again, I mean, there's beating a team and there's thumping a team. And holy cow, the Broncos made the Bengals look like fools.
R.J. Harvey.
Yes.
He had 98 scrimmage yards in terms of running back, running. Yeah. So he did 14 carries, 58 yards, and he caught 4 passes for another 40.
Hey, what a stud.
So, him and Dobbins. And Dobbins had a lot of yards, too, in terms of He only got one pass, but yeah, between the two of them, that's a lot of rushing yards.
Well, and Dobbins he was breaking tackles left and right. He just looked tough.
And how about Nick's 42 passes he threw, 326
This
yards.
is his best looking game he's had. Nick's has struggled. Like offensively, the Broncos have kind of been rough this season. But slow. That game, it looked like Bo Nix finally had his stuff together. He knew what he was doing. He looked confident, and the play was there.
And it don't get easy for him. Do you see who they got us after this coming week? They got a very weak schedule, but this week they got Philly in Philly.
And I would love to see them dethrone Philly, only because it,
clears the pass for our team. Yeah.
I need NFC to not have anybody, winless or lossless right now. So
yeah, right.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to go ahead and talk some betting favorites and go through, all the spreads and tell you what our thoughts are.
And how we did.
Yeah, which we don't know if we want to talk about that so much.
We're back with Generational Talent on the Desert Highway Radio. This is Nick, your resident Dolphins fan. Fins up, we got a win last night.
So happy this morning. And look, he's wearing his Yankee jersey.
And just like that, I can no longer call him Owen. He was 0-3 for a long time. Now he's back to being Nick.
Poor Nick.
Very good. We have got some betting stuff, but first we're going to go through all the spreads. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I figured, that, and we can then circle back because I already have my 3. I don't know if you have your 3.
Now, do we want to real quickly talk about how bad we were?
Oh, yes, real quick. So remember, we missed week 4.
Yes.
We were busy. But on week 3, so we're recapping a few weeks back, I bombed. My 3 picks, I took Atlanta minus 5.5. They got shut out. I took the Bengals and Vikings under 41.5. They scored 48. And Tampa Bay to win by 7. And they won by 2. That was week 3. These were week 3 games.
Actually, you know what, Dad? The ones that we talked about was from my week 2 episode. So I actually don't know what my week 3 bets were.
Oh, we don't know. Shoot. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. Well, I'm going to write yours down this time around. But, yeah, so
odds are I missed all 3, depending on just, how well I've done on William Hill thus far.
Right. So. I've won. Here's my thing. So I go 3 for 3. Right out of the gate to go 0 for 3 the very next week. So not very good, but we're back at it. I've got my 3. Tommy will share his when we get there. But yeah, let's
we know
go
this
ahead.
would be then, right? Because we didn't record the week 3 episode. So
right.
Yeah, this would be it. Okay, never mind. My bad. So my bets were the Seahawks minus 7.5.
You covered that one because they slaughtered the Saints in that game.
And then unfortunately I had Giants plus 6.
And they didn't cover.
And Lions plus 4.5.
And they won by 4. You needed to win by 5. Sorry, kiddo. All right, so here's this and we'll pick our 3 again. We'll see how we're doing. Together we are tied in terms of correct picks, I do believe. Or I might have one edge on you. No, we're tied. We are 3-3 when it comes to our 6 games we've picked so far this year. Here we go. First one out of the gate, Thursday night's game. I like this game. But I definitely I feel for one team. We got the 49ers are at the Rams. Rams are favored minus 5.5. Over under 47.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a 49ers team that's just more and more banged up all the time. It's got to be the Rams. The Rams are playing solid football.
They're playing really good football. And I will give the Niners credit on one thing. That team plays through injuries like no other. They are always banged up, and they're always right there.
Well, and they're known for being banged up, yet they just kind of own it. Honestly, a banged up 49ers team seems more dangerous than a fully healthy one.
Yeah. So that's the Thursday night game, and I'll go back to recapping here. Okay, here we go. The next game, Sunday morning game. Oh, I'm sorry. This is one that's in, I don't know if this one's in Germany or where this one's at. It's overseas.
Oh, okay.
It is Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. We got Minnesota minus 3.5 against the Cleveland Browns.
I just...
Over-under's 36.5, by the way.
It's
not
a
lot
defensive
of
battle, and I think the Browns are going to come out on top. I honestly do. I think Myles Garrett's going to apply the right amount of pressure. I think J.J. McCarthy struggles under pressure. And I think he's going to constantly be under it. Whereas Joe Flacco is cooler under pressure, and I don't think Minnesota's going to have as much going for him.
Is McCarthy going to play?
I think
Because remember they had Wentz.
Oh, that's right. I think he's back, though.
You think he's back? Okay, I didn't hear.
I'll double check.
Okay, so you like the Browns on that one? I don't know. I guess if I'm betting on that one, I'd probably take the under.
He's practicing. Well, they hope he'll practice this week, so
he might. Okay.
I guess we'll see.
I mean, Wentz did okay. He didn't do great, but he did okay.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Giants at the Saints. Saints are minus 1.5. Over under 40.5.
Yeah, I mean, for me on this one, I got to give it to the Giants. The Giants do have a W on the season. I think if Jackson, and granted, I know they lost a big weapon in Malik Neighbors, but I just think Jackson Dart already is playing better than Russ, and I feel like Russ could have won this game. So
yeah, this is going to be a low rating game.
Yeah.
And I tend to agree. I kind of like. I'm going to go with the Saints at home though. That's who I would pick.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Next up, the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. Cowboys, are favored by 2.5, over under 47.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a closer game. The Jets have played consistently good football, and the Cowboys are kind of all over the place. So I would probably give it to the Jets. I think this will be their first win.
I think the Jets too. I think the Jets pick up their win this week against those guys. All right, next up, Nick's Miami Dolphins, fresh off of their win. And they get to play Carolina in Carolina, and the Dolphins are -1.5. Nick, you have such a soft schedule.
Yeah. I'm going to still give it to the Panthers.
You're giving it to the Panthers.
I think they lost Tua. Or not Tua, sorry. Well, they're going to lose Tua when he bashes his brains in for the 50th time. But they lost Tyreek Hill, their biggest weapon. I think Jalen Waddle's good, but I don't think he's that good. Not that Carolina's got a lot going for it either, but Bryce Young and McMillan have really made a connection there, and I think the Dolphins' defense is a joke. So I think it'll be a high-scoring game, and I do think the Panthers are going to come out on top.
All right, I'm going to give that one to Miami. I think Carolina's playing good football, but I just think there's more experience and weapons on Miami. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Tua's going to get injured in the head, and it's done.
All right, next up we have the Denver Broncos at the Philadelphia Eagles. Woo-hoo. Philadelphia is a -4 favorite, and it's over under 43.5.
I think these are two very similar teams. I'm going to give this one to the Broncos, though. I think they have a better defense than the Eagles.
You like the Broncos in the spread, or you like the Broncos to win the game outright?
What was the spread again?
+4.
Oh, yeah, I'll do the spread. I think because even if they lose, it'll be. I think it'll be by a field goal if it is a loss. But I do think the Broncos are going to come away with it.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the betting side of things for the Broncos because I agree. I think it's going to come down to a field goal. I don't know if I'd pick them to win it though. Philadelphia at home is tough. So, but that's going to be a great game. Probably the one I'm looking forward to the most this weekend. Next up, the Raiders at the Colts. Raiders +6.5 underdogs.
Yeah.
Over under 48.
The spread is hard because it's damn near a whole touchdown and an extra point in the spread. But I'm going to give it to my boy Danny Dimes. He's going to be angry after that. Indiana Jones is going to come with a vengeance, and he's going to take it all out on Geno Smith and company.
I think the Raiders are going to cover. I don't think they're going to lose by more than 6.5, but I also think the Colts are going to come away with the win.
I think they're going to lose by 2 tutties.
Oh, you do? Okay. I think it's going to be closer than that. I do, just because I think the Raiders, I don't think they're going to, get blown out, but I think they're having a hard time. Indianapolis is a good team.
I'm going to write this down now. Trav thinks Raiders won't get blown out.
I don't. Next up, we have the Houston Texans at the Baltimore Ravens, the banged up Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are a -3 favorite, over under 43.5.
Who are they playing? I'm sorry, the Ravens.
Houston and Baltimore.
Those are two teams that are disappointing is the best word to describe.
They are. They're the two teams. Who would have thought both teams would be 1-3 right now? No way.
And who's the favorite again?
Baltimore is -3. I think maybe because they're at home.
Yeah. Obviously I'm gonna go with the Texans only because they're coming up rather as Baltimore's coming down, and I just think their play has only gotten worse. Whereas at least the Texans had a little bit of a bright light last week.
Yeah, true. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm not sure what to think. I'm not sure on that one. I would if I had to bet, I'd probably avoid this game completely betting. But if you made me bet, I'd probably take Houston because I think it'll come down to a field goal again.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are favored by 8.5, and the over/under is 41.5.
So I would take the Titans for the spread. I don't think the Titans are going to win, but I do think it's going to be close. Arizona's winning, they're playing close games. They're losing and winning close games. Yeah. So I do think that, though I do think the Titans could win, if they do lose, it's not going to be by that many points. It'll be close.
I think there's some drama going on with Tennessee. So I'm going to say that this is a game where I think Arizona's going to blow them out.
Okay.
I think they're going to blow them out. All right, next up, good game. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at our Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are the favorite, -3.5. Over under 44.
Give me my Hawks. They're winning by a tutty. I'm telling you guys right now.
I think so.
They are winning. It is going to be the final score of this game, folks. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to write it down. Seahawks are going to be, I'm going to say 35. Buccaneers 28.
Okay, I just did it too. I think Seahawks are going to win as well. I think they are going to barely cover. I think it's 28-24 Hawks.
Okay.
I think they're barely going to cover.
And you wrote your thing down?
I wrote it down on my little Picket thing, my little Post-it. Okay, here we go. Next up, we have the Lions at The Bengals, no love for the Bengals at home, +10.
Yeah, give me the Lions beating them by 10. I think that'll be generous. This is going to be one of those Lions games where they freaking blow up the scoreboard. I'm telling you.
Yep. I agree on all of that. As a matter of fact, you'll see it in my
Hendrickson's going to
picks.
be miserable because he's stuck with this stupid franchise for a year.
Next up, we have the Washington Commanders at the Los Angeles Chargers.
That's going to be a good game, actually. Those are two
It
teams
depends. It'll be a good game, in my opinion. Mariota's good, but you need
that's
Jaden
right.
Daniels.
Jaden's out. Oh, yeah.
And Chargers are favored, by the way, -3.
Yeah, I would go with the Chargers on this one. If Jaden Daniels was in, different story. And we don't know for sure if he is or isn't, huh?
We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going Chargers. I'm going to tell you why. I think coming off of that loss to the Giants, they're going to be angry, and I think they're going to cover. I think Chargers are going to win this game.
I have
by 3.
McConkey. Talk about like 0 touches.
And I have him. I'm like a couple of my fans.
Trust me, he was when I had a betting odd on.
Yeah.
5 receptions. That's all I needed him to get. He's covered it every time.
No, they brought their boy back, and he's getting the catches.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have the Patriots at the Bills. Bills -7.5.
Yeah, I think the Bills cover that pretty easily. I would probably just do money line here though because I think the Bills have it.
And
but
-420, they're predicted to beat them for sure.
See, like I would add that money line to a much larger parlay if I was betting because obviously you don't want to just take that. But yeah, it's just hard because the Bills have had closer games than I would have liked, and that's just a large spread, so it's hard to gauge.
Right. It is
The
a big
Patriots
spread.
aren't playing bad. I mean, Drake May looks fine.
I think that game. I think the Bills are going to win, but I do think it'll be closer now.
Yeah.
Next up, we have this is the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game. No, that is the Sunday night. I'm sorry, that was the Sunday night game.
that'd be a good one.
The Monday night game now. Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
See, and this is one I am going to say the Jaguars.
Jaguars plus 3.5.
Yeah, I do think that the Jaguars are a stronger team. I think the Chiefs, and granted, they have Worthy back, which is good, but I just don't think they look competitive. I think their 2 wins. Who are their 2 wins against? I'm spacing off the top. They just won.
They just beat
Ravens.
they beat the Ravens, and
Their other one was kind of
I cannot remember, to be honest with you.
can't
While
either.
you're looking that up, while I'm looking that up, I was going to tell you, the one thing that this is going to be one of those games for Jacksonville. Are you for real or not?
Yeah, this will be the one that tells you.
Yep, because if you can beat these guys, even on a team where they're not, necessarily their best, but if you can beat them, that would help you out a great deal.
What you've got here is you've got 2 teams that are just very capable of being better, but just aren't for some weird reason. The Jacksonville Jaguars is a very confusing team, whereas the Chiefs, it's just, Patrick Mahomes can work well when he's got weapons. He just does not have weapons. Travis Kelce should have retired. He is not anywhere near the form he used to be. Xavier Worthy, as long as he stops bumping into his own teammates, he'll be fine. And then Pacheco just not running the way you'd want him to.
Chiefs beat the Giants was their other win.
Yeah, see, that's a nothing win. So, it was a close one. That was the one that was it was
22-9 or something. Yeah.
Oh wait, no wait. What am I thinking of? Oh no, I was thinking Cowboys at Giants. That was the good game.
Yeah, that was a great game actually.
But yeah, I mean it's a nothing win. The Ravens one I would give the Chiefs credit for. It looked good. It was a good win. But that's been their one good win. Jacksonville's got 2 good wins. I don't know. I'm going to give it to Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville covers that spread.
I think I do too. I'm predicting Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's going to beat them.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So out of those, do you have your 3? Okay, tell me your first one. Out of everything we recapped, what's the first one that you like going into your 3-team pick?
Seahawks winning by at least 3.5.
Okay, you went that route. I did not touch that game, but I did go.
And I love Baker Mayfield. Much love to that man.
And so you're talking about against Tampa, right? Okay, so I like the Rams Thursday night against the Niners. I think the Rams are a pretty elite team. I think the Niners are banged up going in. I think it's it's in LA, which doesn't mean a lot. There'll be a lot of Niner fans there.
Yeah.
But I just think right now the Rams look as good as ever with their weapons, and Devontae Adams is doing all right over there. So I like the Rams -5.5.
All right. My next one, easy bet. Lions covering, getting 10 on them.
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to jump in there with you. And I didn't take that per se, but I did take the Cincinnati-Detroit game over 49. I think that game's going to be. I think Detroit will probably score 40 of them themselves.
The only reason I wouldn't do the over on that is because I don't know if the Bengals are going to do anything. And so, because if it looks anything like that Bengals or the Broncos game, it's like, well, shoot, we probably could have gotten over if you guys knew how to freaking score.
Detroit's defense wasn't that good, so they're not. I mean, they put a little bit of pressure, but they're
winning games from offense.
So that's where my mind went.
All right. And then my last one is the Jags up 3.5.
Okay, the one we just talked about. Okay, I like Denver and Philly. I like that game over. I got a feeling even though those defenses are great,
I feel like that's gonna be a defensive game. What's the over on that?
43.5.
Okay,
I like it only because I'll tell you why. Because I agree. I think there is, but I just think both of these guys, like Denver's waiting to score. They need to start putting some points on. Saquon, I know, is on the verge. AJ Brown's got to be getting going. So I just feel like these guys are due, and why not when the two defenses go at it? That's probably when it's going to happen.
You know, in both those teams, it's funny too because they just now figured out. I mean, I guess the Broncos have been trying to pass the ball; they just haven't really been very successful. But like for the Eagles, it's like they didn't even start trying to pass the ball until last week.
Yeah,
I mean, Jesus, AJ Brown might as well have just stayed on the sidelines the whole damn
Their
thing.
defense has been, and special teams play has been phenomenal.
No, holy cow, Philadelphia Eagles special teams, phenomenal stuff. Wow, wow.
So those are our bets. We'll see how it is. We predicted our Seattle game, so not bad.
All right, well then with that, we're gonna jump into our power rankings in the last segment. We'll catch you guys there. Welcome back to Generational Talent. We are in the final segment where we will break down our power rankings. Now, last week's power rankings were again done drunkenly on a cruise ship, and so I'm not going to really try to remember what I said or how that panned out. I don't even think we did a full 15. We just kind of picked like top fives or something.
Something like that, yeah. Well, we were caught up in the moment because our team was playing. We're sitting there in a cruise ship in a beautiful booth, having wonderful drinks, looking out at the ocean. It can't get any better.
I did get into it with some folks in that.
Oh, the Niner fan. The Cardinal fans were respectful. The Niners fan was disrespectful.
I will say this, though. For the Cardinal fans being respectful, y'all are sissies because they left that game like, I think, start of the third.
Did. Those ones did, yeah.
They left at the start of the third in a game that ended up becoming very close.
Very close.
Like, where's your love for your team?
Right.
Why the heck are you leaving?
And it's always a good time when there are more Hawks fans there anyways.
Yeah. And we even had Packers fans on our side.
We had Packers fans that were giving us love and just a lot of fun and good trash talking. Tommy got some trash talking in.
Yes, I did.
The Niner lady, she was a little tuned up, but at the end she did say good win.
I didn't give her no credence. No. you came in 3 minutes left on that game just talking smack about the Seahawks. Like, get out of here, you dope.
Yeah, she didn't look good when the field goal went through, and then
oh man, no, I really hammered my points home about how Jake Moody would not have made that field goal.
Remember, that's not their kicker now, though.
Yeah, because he was trash and because he cost them. All right, so let's jump in. Trav, you're number 15.
Speaking of the Niners, my number 15 is the Niners. I do have them still on there.
Mine higher, but yeah, no.
I have the Niners on there. I think they are a bit banged up. I think they're still competitive, but I didn't put them higher than that because I do not think that team is going to hold tight and be able to. I don't know that they're going to win more than 9 or 10 games tops.
Okay. My number 15, and honestly, it was just a toss-up. There's so many teams I could have put here because I just view them all the same, but the Ravens at 1-3 is my number 15. I think that they're not good, but they're about midway. So.
Yeah, they're probably the best 1-3 team out there. Yeah. My number 14, I have Jacksonville Jaguars cracking the top 10. I think Jacksonville is deserving of it. I think, and again, this is going to be a true testament because which one are we going to get? Are we going to get the Trevor Lawrence that'll win 9 or 10 games for the year and he'll win one or he'll win 2, look great, lose 1, look bad? If he can get this win against Kansas City at home and they end up 4-1, they're pretty much going to be a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah, no, I also have Jacksonville Jaguars as my number 14. I think they're solid.
Nice. How about you do number 13? We'll go back and forth.
Okay, my number 13 is the Denver Broncos, 2-2. I think, yes, they're a 2-2 team, but I do think that they are strong. I think 2-2 is not indicative of where they're at. I think they are definitely a better team than that.
I agree. My number 13, I have the Ravens there. I do think, even though I know they're 1-3, I do have them higher. I do think that team is still competitive, and there's too many weapons to say that they're not. I think they'll beat crummy teams. I just don't think they're going to beat good teams.
Okay. My number 12 is my 49ers pick. They're the 3-1 49ers, but again, injuries and everything like that, and they're just playing really close games. I don't know.
They haven't looked impressive in any of their games, really. I mean, they're winning games, but they're winning ugly, and last night was bad, or Sunday was bad.
Yeah.
My number 12 then? Yeah, number 12. I have the Indianapolis Colts at number 12.
Awfully low for them. Indiana Jones is better than 12.
Sorry, son. That's where I have them. I'm sticking with them. I think they're good, but I think they're not top 10 yet for me.
Oh, shout out to listener Jake Bordeaux, my zookeeper from Virginia. He is a Colts fan, so he's happy right now.
Oh, he hates me.
I mean, he doesn't like what just happened, but he's been happy this NFL season, which is unexpected because, again, they thought they were rolling in there with Richardson. And I will say this, had the Colts stuck with Richardson, there's no shot they'd be 3-1 right now.
I would agree 100%. Yep.
Okay, my number 11 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I did think they were looking bad, but I do think they've bounced back. I think Aaron Rodgers is looking better than he did on the Jets, but not quite to his Packers form yet.
Metcalf had a big game, too.
Big game. Finally, they're throwing to the guy.
Yep. My number 11, this is where I have the Denver Broncos. I think even though they're 2-2, I think that team is their defense is awesome. So I think they're playing some good football right now.
Okay, my number 10, the 2-2 Chiefs. I hate that they're on my list, but I do have to give credit. Like you never
You're
want
gonna
to
get so mad at
them.
me on that one.
It's just a hard team to be like, no, they're not going to go anywhere. Patrick Mahomes can do amazing things. He's a great quarterback. As much as I hate the guy, he's good. So you never want to discount him too much.
My number 10, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's where I am.
Okay. So
I
you
am
more
there.
above me.
Yep.
My number 9 is the Colts. Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones. He should be in everybody's at least top 10. My father's wrong. So
We're 3 picks apart. That won't be the biggest one, though. Wait till you hear it. For us, for my number 9, I have the Green Bay Packers there. I still think they're a good team. But I think number 9 is a good spot for them.
Okay. My number 8, my beautiful baby Seahawks. I love them. Probably should have them higher. Honestly, there's probably a number 1, but I am going to keep them there. They're 3-1. They look dangerous. I wish to God I could say they look like the best team in the NFC West, but they don't.
Not yet. No.
That being said, though, credit to our division. Our division is, I think, the best in football. I don't think there's any question about it.
Our last place team's 2-2, and that's the Cardinals, and they're not bad.
And I would say that if you don't know the division, NFC West, you got the Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals. And good luck telling me that those aren't 4 very competitive teams. Yep. So, Seahawks number 8.
My number 8, the Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. I have them right there at 8. I think they're still doing great. I think they got tripped up this weekend, but I think they're back on track.
Okay. My number 7 is the Packers, 2-1-1. It's the Packers, it's hard to call them Super Bowl contenders right now, but I definitely see them as playoff worthy. I don't see any issue with them getting to the playoffs. I just really hope their defense bounces back because we've had 2 games now where I'm like, what's going on? So.
Yeah, not the best. My number 7, is that right? Yeah, number 7. That is where I have our Seahawks. Hey. Number 7. I like this team. 3-1. I like the way they're playing. I love their defense. Mm-hmm. Watching that game, their defense.
Reek.
Yeah, which I think he's openly on the trading block, it sounds like, too, so they may trade him.
Get rid of him.
But outside of that, I thought the defense was great. I think the offense is I'd like the receiving core to be, you got JSN is kicking butt, and then it falls off the planet.
Yeah,
so
Cooper Kupp, where you at, dude?
Man, I don't know. Bobo, none of them. I think it's like, let's put it this way. If we do trade Reek, it'd be nice if we can get a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where my number 7 is.
Okay, my number 6 is the Chargers. Again, they did have a rough loss. However, I think the Chargers are still a rock-solid team. I think the hassle with a loss when you're bringing in Jackson Dart is they planned for, Russ. They know Russ's game schemes and all that stuff. Jackson Dart was a new person, right? They don't know what he looks like in a game. And so I think being able to really kind of match your defense to his talents is difficult. And, that's what always happens, right? These newer rookie QBs or, Daniel Jones is another one where it's like, you don't really know what you're going to get yet. So, yeah, I can see a good team losing to Jackson Dart because we didn't know what we were expecting. I'm going to give Chargers their credit there. So,
well, here's what, this is where we're going to differ. You're going to get pissed off. Where did you have Kansas City?
I had them at number 10.
And I have them at number 6.
You're
so
insane.
So I have them at 6. I'm not saying they're amazing, but I think they are getting healthier. For sure, they are at the wide receiver position.
Break some legs.
I know, but I do think that team is going to be there. I do not think they're going to dominate, but I do think they're going to win.
All right, I'm curious to see how much we match up on our top 5 here.
Here
My
we
number
go.
5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I can tell you we're 1 for 1. Matching
Okay,
up.
so yeah, Buccaneers.
We
Obviously,
both have them, yeah.
Baker's had a lot of close games, which is scary, but Baker pulls through. He's a freaking stud. I think they've got some great weapons. I think Egbuka looks good. Obviously, Bucky Irving's a stud. I just think there's a lot.
They got Godwin back. Lost Evans, but got Godwin back.
And then Rashid White, another rock star. So, no, all in all, I think the Bucs are a great team.
I think they're going to be very competitive all year. I agree. Number 4, I went LA Rams.
Hey, you and I are 2 for 2 now. Okay.
I like the Rams. I think they're playing great football. Stafford's looking fantastic. I think they got a great running game. Their wide receivers, again, you got Adams and you got Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is looking like a stud.
Yeah.
And their defense is playing good. And that Jared Verse, that linebacker,
And
that dude
Curl.
is, yeah. So I think the Rams are for real.
Okay. Number 3, the Detroit Lions.
We are spot on,
so
brother.
yeah, we're gonna have all the
We're
same
spot on,
ones.
and I like the Lions. I like the Lions a lot.
I love
think-
Jared Goff. I just finished the Netflix quarterback season 2, which Jared Goff is a part of. He's just such a lovable dude. And I love that he just got kicked out of his franchise to one of the worst teams in the NFL at the time, Detroit Lions. And look at what they've done together. Him
and Lions fans
Campbell.
love him. All that
Yeah.
Jared Goff.
Oh, man,
Jared
you love him.
Goff.
Love him. Love Amon-Ra St. Brown. Love Gibbs. Love Montgomery.
Yeah.
I just, all in all,
No,
great
they're-
team.
They're good. They're good. Yep. Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. Okay,
Yeah,
we got
Eagles
same.
all the way.
And then, don't get me wrong, I'm seeing where those are flopping back and forth. 2-1 I've seen in many power rankings going back and forth.
Honestly, you could just 1A and 1B.
Yeah, they're the two best teams in football, clearly. But we'll get to one here in a second. But and there's only 2 undefeated teams in football too, and the Eagles are one of them, and they're playing both sides of the ball good. And if Saquon does start rolling, they're only going to get dangerous.
Yeah. And then obviously our number 1 pick is the Buffalo Bills.
Studs.
Josh Allen, absolute king. Love him.
And Cook. He's doing good, man.
8 games consistent with touchdown. He's a stud. And the best thing about Josh Allen is, any of those wide receivers would be probably like WR2-3s on other teams, but yet he's so good at getting the ball to everybody.
I love their mantra. Their mantra is everybody eats. That's what they've
and
said.
it's true.
And they do.
It.
Everybody touches that ball.
I mean,
you got tight ends. You got 3 tight ends that play all the time. You got, like you said, the wide receivers are all over the place.
Shakir had a great game.
Yep.
I had him on my bench. Regretted that. Yep. But no, I mean, it's such a rock solid team. Both sides of the ball, they look good. I cannot wait to see them play Philly because that'll be just one of the best games of all football.
When is that game?
Honestly, I don't know. Let me take a look.
Okay. Because I was going to say that is going to be a good game. I would say this too. I like the temperament of the team. It goes to show you.
December 28th.
Oh, right after Christmas. Oh, so
we got to wait quite some time.
We do have to wait. Well, that's going to be a buildup. Here's my thing with that, though. It gives you an idea on how important chemistry is, right? Because your team is better now, and yet in some people's minds, when you talk about Diggs, you would think, oh, you don't have a Stephon Diggs. Yeah, the team's better.
They thought that team was going to be trash once Diggs left, and they looked great.
They look great.
It just locker room cancer. Doesn't matter what the skill looks like. It doesn't do anything for you. And you could say like, okay, well, Odell Beckham Jr. goes to the Rams and they win a Super Bowl. Not because of Odell Beckham Jr. He did nothing.
Well, prime example of that is right. Kansas City won a Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill. How'd they do after Tyreek Hill left?
Yeah,
they still won Super Bowls. So I think I think the other dangerous part there is the money it takes because, you pay all these prima donnas and if they're not good chemistry guys, I believe this, if you're going to pay a guy big bucks, right? Number one, he better be the center of your team, and the Mahomeses of the world, the Josh Allens of the world,
or on the defensive side, the Myles Garretts of the world.
Right. But at the end of the day, you got to get some guys that are going to bring chemistry, and I think it was a wise move. I think the fact that everybody is eating, and here's the other thing: good luck on defense. Who are you going to stop? You got all these guys, and every one of them could touch the ball, and every one of them, even if they are a whole bunch of bees. Hard to cover a bunch of B's. When you got a team that's like an A and then they drop off, it's going to be harder. That's why Seattle needs another legit receiver. Yeah. Because Jackson Smith's going to get double teamed constantly. Yeah. He's second in the league and second to Nakua.
Yeah. No, and honestly, I think the Bills, their road ahead is it difficult? I don't remember off the top, but I think they've got a pretty easy schedule. Road.
Yeah, there's some.
So they're playing the Patriots, which I think should be an easy enough dub, and then they go to the Falcons, Panthers, and then the Chiefs will be their next big, opponent there at November 2nd, and then it's Dolphins, Buccaneers will be a good game, Texans, Steelers, Bengals, which another demolition, Patriots again, Browns, Eagles, and then the Jets. So all in all, I think that they've got a pretty decent schedule. I don't see them having more than 3 losses by the end of the season. I really don't. I could see them getting 1 loss somewhere in there, probably Chiefs. Could be a loss depending on how that game goes. But in reality, the Bills should be able to manage a good undefeated record for quite some time.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good one. We've said before on the show, we are definitely Bills fans. We like the way that team's shaping up. So I think I want to see them win a Super Bowl. I mean, if our team can't do it, right? Well, if it's the Bills and Seahawks, I might feel differently.
I was going to say, I would love to see, obviously the Seahawks, number one, but Bills or Lions, I would love for them to be able to get a Super Bowl. I'd love for Baker to be able to do it with the Buccaneers. I love him. Obviously, I would love to see Danny Dimes in the Colts for the biggest redemption story of his life.
I think even they win their division and get in the playoffs, it's redemption for him. I mean, I think that's what he needs.
So as of right now, who would you give an NFL MVP award to as of right now in the season?
This time of year, I'm going Josh Allen.
Yeah, I would have to go Josh Allen as well right now.
Yeah,
just based off what we've seen. Mm-hmm. Now, if you were to look at like a defensive player of the year, who would you give that one to? Because I would have given it to Micah Parsons until this last game, where all of a sudden Jerry Jones looked correct, and the fact that Micah could not touch Dak at all.
I have to look at Garrett. I know he's playing on a team that's no good, but that dude just destroys everything. So, I mean, I like him.
You know, I'd love to give it to Jalen Carter of the Eagles as well. Had he not spit on a guy.
When you don't spit on people, that I don't like that.
Because you look at like the special teams work that he's done and everything, he looks really good. He's applied the right pressures and everything, but it's hard to do that. If Trey Hendrickson had more weapons, I probably could look at him as well, but he just doesn't have anything to help him succeed over there. And you can say the same thing, like Myles Garrett doesn't need anybody to help him succeed. He manages to do it. And then offensive rookie of the year right now, if I was to give it right now, I'd probably give it to Agbuka, honestly.
He's doing really good. Yeah, I need to look at the stats a little bit more in depth just to kind of see where we're standing right now.
If Ashton Genty continues with what he did last night, you could definitely see him getting it for sure.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely some weapons there. Genty is, he's doing pretty good. He's averaging 4 yards a carry. In terms of his rushing yards, he's number 9 in the league for running back. So, I mean, he doesn't bother me in terms of the way he's. But I tell you, one guy that could be coming on strong. He had an amazing game yesterday. Was Hampton, the running back for the Chargers.
Yeah. Finally, because I have him. So.
Yeah, right. But I mean, he's averaging 5 yards a carry. He's got 4 TDs, I think. I mean, he's got 2 passing, 2 receiving.
So I can tell you right now, according to William Hill, betting favorite right now, number 1 for MVP is Josh Allen plus 110, and then next up will be Justin Herbert at plus 575.
Okay, all right.
Now for offensive player of the year, who would you say right now for offensive player of the year? And I can tell you what William Hill says.
Are you talking about a quarterback? Or are you talking about
just offensive player of the year? Specifically, they're looking at your running backs and your wide receivers.
Oh boy, I mean, that's a toughie. I mean,
once I say the name, you probably won't be as surprised.
I mean, Nakua is having an amazing year.
Number 1.
Yeah, Nakua. Yeah. I mean, he's got 503 yards.
Yeah, and then number 2 on that would be Jonathan Taylor, and number 3, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I was just to say I like Bijan. Bijan is just a weapon, man. That dude is so good. He's buried on a team that's but he's good.
Now, for defensive player of the year, surprisingly, Myles Garrett is in 3rd place, and it is a tie in terms of betting odds for the first 2. So, do you have any guesses as to who William Hill right now thinks is the defensive player of the year candidates?
Boy,
one of them, I had this been week 2, yes, but weeks 3 and 4 have made me kind of fall off of it.
Yeah, right. I like Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett's plus 350, but the tie for number 1 right now is Aiden Hutchinson and Micah Parsons, which again,
Hutchinson's got 4 sacks. He's pretty damn. But Parsons, no way.
So for your offensive rookie of the year, number 1 is Emeka Egbuka, so I felt good about that. Okay. Number 2, Ashton Genty, and number 3, Jackson Dart.
Oh, no way. He just started.
Way too early.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then they've got Omarion Hampton as number 4, Tyler Warren is number 5, and then Quinshon Judkins plus 1,500. Huge drop off there, which to me is kind of crazy because I feel like he should be higher. I feel like Cam Scatavo should be higher as well. But, that's just what they've got.
I do think Genty's going to be fine. I think, they got to work him into the offense there because that line's terrible. But he is, to me, the best player the Raiders got.
Now, it's funny here. So you've got your candidates for the comeback player of the year. The top 3 are all under 1,000 odds.
Danny Dimes, obviously.
Surprisingly, no.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember this. They changed the rules for comeback player of the year. You have to come back from injury.
Not just being on a bad team.
Yeah, because people were all pissed off that Damar Hamlin didn't get it and Joe Flacco did, even though I think that...
You're going to have to help me out then because I'm
No worries. So I can tell you the number 1 overall is a 49ers player.
Coming back from injury. Are they going to go Brock Purdy?
No.
Pearsall?
No.
Wait. Because he was shot.
Yeah. But that happened. He would have won it last year.
Yeah, that's true. He would have won it last year.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah. He's got the most touches in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he's plus 130
Which
odds.
drives you nuts because you were so convinced he wasn't going to do it.
And then number 2 is a Detroit Lions player.
Hutchinson?
Yep. And number 3 is a Cowboys player. Not that I remember his injury at all. It would be Dak.
Oh, at the very end of the season, yeah. But I definitely don't know that he would be coming back.
Yeah, and then after that, it's literally the odds jump. I mean, it goes from plus 325 for Dak to plus 2,000 Trevor Lawrence.
I see McCaffrey getting it. As long as he stays healthy, that dude has got the most touches in the NFL. He's the weapon that he always is.
And then my final one for you, Coach of the Year.
I think Jacksonville's coach is going to be getting
He's
some
number
love.
2.
Number 2.
Plus 650.
Plus 650 for Jacksonville's getting
And number
some
1
love.
is plus 350 odds. Our guy's on there. Mike McDonald at plus 1,000. He's 3rd.
Okay. Number 1. Why am I having... Help me out. I don't
So
know.
think of a team that was really bad last year that has gotten off to a great start because of a change at quarterback. Oh, we've been talking about him all damn day.
Oh,
It would be Shane Steichen with the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, okay. Yep, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, the least likely ones, and they're all tied for last place. Mike McDaniel, John Harbaugh, and Brian Callahan. So, yeah, no surprises there.
Yeah, nope.
At all. But anyways, guys, we want to thank you for listening to Generational Talent. Glad to give you guys a full episode after missing last week for the most part. And if you love our power rankings, I'll have them posted this week. This episode will drop today, Tuesday, September 30th. And we will all catch you guys for NFL Week 5 recap and our Week 6 power rankings.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.